what's going on, guys? I'm Nation.
It's your boy King Caleb.
And welcome to another episode of Winning in Life, man. Yo, we got two special guests right over here.
Phenomenal guests, man.
You want to introduce yourself?
And DJ Nel, IMJ Productions, Nel, the greatest DJ on the planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
You already here.
Fuck that, the greatest DJ in the motherfucking galaxy. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm just repping Tampa, Florida, and we in the building, man. What's good?
All right. Okay. I like that. I go by the name of BeastModeZay, aka BMZ the God. You know what I'm saying? Tampa native as well. You know what I'm saying? I put the city on the map.
Hey man, we putting Tampa on the map.
Yeah.
Man, I have to ask y'all,
Yeah, what's up?
how do y'all know each other? I'm messing with y'all.
I was like,
I was told in no homo terms, I was told this is a blind date. You know, they said, let's take a DJ and a rapper, put them together and see what's going to happen.
man.
You know what I mean?
there was this podcast, right? You know what I'm saying? I had pulled up. I'm saying I was a little late, but you feel me? That's how we, you know what I'm saying? That's how we know each other. That's how everything came about.
Right.
It's all good. We're all here right now. We're about to have a good time.
For sure.
So, guys, man. So, you're a DJ, you're a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
So, how did y'all, like, start the whole thing? When did you say, you know what, this is the day I'm going to do this, you know, for the rest of my life or whatever?
You can go first.
Okay, so for me, I was actually doing it for a long time. Like, I was, like, writing. And, like, I was doing the little, you know what I'm saying, lunchtime ciphers where the nigga got the, you know what I'm saying, drumming on the beat, you in a whole
Hey, those were lit. Those were lit.
Yeah, right. And I was like, yo, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But, like, at first I wasn't really ready to be heard. So, but I was doing it for a while. And then you just get to a point where, like, bro, somebody got to hear this. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I released my first song, you know what I'm saying? They get, you know, good feedback from the people around you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where, like, you know, you too crazy not to, like, try to share it with the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of how it came about. You feel me?
Yo, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Got you. So mine has a story tied into it. So I started out just like you in high school, motherfuckers doing freestyle sessions, doing ciphers, you know. I was always the one that had the blank, you know, the one that sat there and thought.
Yeah.
But I knew I was musically inclined. So I transitioned that to making beats when I got to college. I started making beats when I was about 19 years old, just on FL Studio, just playing around, perfecting my craft. I did that for years. What got me into DJing was, to make a long story short, one day I was at this party. It was like it was not a block party, a picnic party at the park. The DJs who were supposed to be DJing there, they couldn't hook their equipment up to the power because there was no power at the park. I just so happened to have a portable speaker and a DJ app on my phone. So I just said, you know what? Because there was people already there. You know, they probably playing music, holding it up to their phone, trying to get some entertainment out of it because people are already at this party and there's no music. It's just dead.
That's crazy.
I'm dead serious. So I went in my trunk, got my speaker, turned it all the way up, and started playing music on my way there. And then it just so happened to be a Greek like fraternity type party. So once I started playing the stroll music, and you know, I heard that. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life.
Oh yeah.
This is my purpose.
Yeah.
This is my purpose. This is what I'm
I
doing.
like that, bro.
I don't want to do nothing else. This is what God put me on earth to do. This is what
Yeah, for sure. I'm telling you, bro. Anybody in high school right now, bro, you see them little rap circles, bro. One of them niggas is gonna be a rapper. One of them niggas gonna be a DJ. Something like that, bro. And one of the niggas in that group.
Right.
That's how it start, bro. All the time.
a producer, a promoter, photographer.
One of them.
One of them, absolutely.
Wow. So I want to touch up. You said something about purpose, which I think every man, well, every person on this earth, we're meant to have a purpose. So, you know, you said you discovered your purpose. How should someone find their purpose if they don't know where they're at in life?
Try shit.
Yeah.
Figure out what it is.
I like the
Sit
question.
back. Self-awareness, I think, is first, right? I think you have to learn who you are. Nobody should be able to tell you about you.
Yeah.
You have to learn who you are first, right? Then once you learn who you are, you start asking yourself those questions. Like, what am I good at? Like, what do I like? Do I know a lot about football? Do I know a lot about hip-hop albums, et cetera, et cetera? And then you have to pursue that deeper and then give it to the world.
Yeah, I think that's one of those things, like, what your passion is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you put on the earth for. Like, a lot of the times, like, you'll hear me tell people, like, use, like, the logical side of your brain, but, like, that's one thing where you like 100% gotta follow your heart. You know what I'm saying? So like 100% when it comes to that thing, you gotta follow your heart the whole way. You know what I'm saying? So.
And you have to understand that your way is the best way.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of outside distractions and a lot of people that are in your immediate circle, whether it be family, friends, etc., that are going to try to deter you from that. They're going to try to take you away from that because that's not what they want to do. They're not on that same plane. So you have to be able to cut out those type of distractions and say, okay, this is what I like. Yeah. I don't care what type of shit you're on or what you're into. No, this is me. This is my pocket. This is my field right here. And you can't let nobody get in the way of that.
Wow.
So you're saying, like, even if your parents, your friends say, hey, man, you know, you shouldn't really do this. I don't know. So you're like, screw that, man. Like, I'm going to do it anyway.
That's I hate to be harsh, but that's loser talk if you ask me.
Yeah.
Like somebody that's trying to deter you from that, you know, like if your mom is telling you to go be a doctor, she had her opportunity to go be a doctor. In fact, if she's still breathing, she can go be a doctor if she really wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? People want to, like I said, project their failures and the things that they've been through onto you, but you don't have to take that in. Just because they can't do it doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I'm sure both of that might have happened, or that probably happened to all of us.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, somebody was like, hey, man, King Caleb, man, I don't know if you can do that, man. I don't know if you can work in the corporate area, man. You doing a podcast?
You got the nerve to call yourself a king? What the hell is wrong with you?
Hey,
Nah, bro, this the man. That's the man
You know
right
what I'm
there.
saying?
He's like, yo, BMZ, man, you need to stop rapping, bro. What? You, like, nah, bro. Like,
Yo.
people know.
They
Like,
know.
DJ Nel,
Bro, I used to get like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I had this one comment that really set me off, bro. And I know you're not supposed to do that, but you know what I'm saying? Like at this level, you're not really used to a whole lot of backlash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember this one dude was like, oh, you plagiarized Dave East. And at the time,
What?
I didn't know who that was. So I was like, bro, who is this dude? Like you saying I played, so I had to go look him up, and then I figured out who he was. But it was like, it wasn't accurate. So like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, yeah, I had to go look. So I was like, bro, why he said I plagiarized? Like, what's this dude? What is dude talking about?
You know.
Makes sense.
I don't know.
Everybody's inspired by somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because there's nothing new under the sun.
yeah,
Right.
There's nothing new under the sun. And when it comes to shit like that, because I've dealt with that too.
Yeah.
Like I'll post like reels of me doing certain mixes on YouTube and stuff like that. Boy, they'll go in on them comments.
For real?
They will
I'm
go
telling you.
in on you, bro.
For no reason.
The best thing to do, you just gotta laugh.
You
and
know,
keep pushing.
I heard that like when you're on the way to success, if you don't have anyone hating you, ain't doing nothing.
not doing nothing.
Yeah,
You're
I
not
hear
doing
that too.
nothing.
You're not.
Success comes with hate. You know what I mean? There's gonna be people that love you, obviously, and there's gonna be people that really don't like you. And like you were saying, a lot of times the people don't like you because they never did what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
For example, I always tell him like, I'm so busy and focused on my life. I'm getting to the bag. I'm doing what I need to do. I don't have time to go commenting on people's stuff. If I don't like it, I just don't watch it or scroll to it. I just don't have time to go comment on your stuff.
A lot of times they be secret fans too.
Yeah,
They be
yeah.
low key
Secret friends, that's true.
Like, they claim they hate you. They claim to not like you.
But they low key listening to you all the time.
But for some reason, every time you post a story on Instagram,
the first one
you
to
see that
watch.
little icon pop up. Yeah, they don't like it. They watch. They're watching you. They're following what you got going on. One thing, a quote that I learned is that just because they don't say they're watching or put it out there that they're watching doesn't mean they're not watching.
Facts.
Like there's plenty of people paying attention to what y'all got going on, to this platform and the other endeavors that y'all got going on.
Yeah.
Will they ever come to you to your face and say, "Yo, I like what y'all young niggas doing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all movement." No, they're not gonna say that.
I
They're just gonna
noticed.
sit back. They're gonna do like Birdman did in the Breakfast Club. They're gonna sit back
Yeah.
and be looking like this.
Facts.
And all you're doing is just being you. That's
It's
the
just
thing.
me.
You're not even trying to attract that type of energy.
Exactly.
But like you said, it comes with the territory.
Right.
People
Definitely.
are going to hate you for being great. And for even saying that I'm great. For even
Right.
saying that I think highly of myself. There are people out there, like I said earlier, that'll say, you need to humble yourself. Who are you to think that? That's hated.
Yeah,
Right.
bro.
Exactly.
I say if you streaming my music, bro, and you watching my videos, and you doing all that, hey, hate all you want, bro. Just go stream the album. You can make a whole video. Oh, he ain't do this. He trash, and then okay, but you gonna watch the next one, bro. And if you think that's trash too, you still listen to the album.
Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You money,
Right. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Even if you want to hate on it, just, you know what I'm saying? Go check that out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it is something you going to hate more. You feel me?
Facts.
Hey, real talk, man. We streaming the album right now, man. BMZ, bro. I ain't gonna cap, man. Gambit my favorite, bro.
Gambit
fire, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yo, open that on the way here.
How'd you guys come up with your own names?
So mine was my Instagram name first. So I kind of experimented that way. That was my Instagram name. And then back in high school, like I'm walking the halls and I hear, hey, BeastModeZay, because it's my Instagram name or whatever. And I was like, yo, that sounded good to me. You know what I'm saying? So it sounded good coming out of somebody else's ear. So I was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to use that as a rap name. You know what I'm saying? So, because I was like, I was thinking about it at the time what my name was going to be.
Right.
You feel me? So I did that kind of like as like an experiment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So my two nicknames, you know, growing up, I was never really the type of person to have a lot of nicknames. But the first one, IMJ Productions, I developed that one when I was producing. That's my producer name. Because I used to follow producers like Metro Boomin and Zaytoven, and I noticed they all had tags, like producer tags. You know, Metro Boomin wants some more, and, you know. Mm-hmm. So I had to come up with my own. So I came up with IMJ because my first name has a J in it. And, you know, I came up with my own tag that I had somebody, I think I paid somebody $35 to like record a tag for me. And my tag is IMJ Productions, bitch. And so I ran with that for years. And so that's how that name developed. Now my other name, Nel, that came from just simply me. My name is Janelle, Janel. Yeah. So I just took the J and the A off of it and just went with Nel. And then if you add the J and the A, that's Ja. What is Ja in Rastafari culture? Anybody?
God.
There you go. Mm-hmm. So adding the JA, you know, that's an attachment to God that I have. So
okay, cool.
So it's kind of a double meaning, but yeah, that's the story behind that. You
got the entendres in your name, bro. That's crazy, bro. I like that.
I like rap, bro. I love hip hop. Like as far as like spitting in bars and stuff like that, like I love that. Like who? Let me ask you a question. Who's your favorite MC of all time?
Damn, all time?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta go with Cole, bro.
Okay.
I gotta go with Cole. You know what I'm saying? I like the OGs too, but like I feel like the one I resonate with the most out of everybody, bro, is just Cole, bro. Cole is just that nice to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I gotta go on.
I respect that. But the thing about an artist like J. Cole is he doesn't need to be in that pocket. He doesn't need to be out here trying to do what these young artists are doing. What makes J. Cole great is that J. Cole is J. Cole. Mm-hmm. Like my favorite MC of this generation is Kendrick, right?
Okay.
Same thing. Yeah. What makes Kendrick great is that Kendrick is Kendrick at all times. Any artist you want to name, you know, from the history of hip hop, from Jay-Z to Nas to Tupac to Biggie to Drake to J. Cole to Kendrick, all of these guys, all of these artists are them at all times. Mm-hmm. Like my favorite hip hop artist of all time is Kanye. Mm-hmm. Now we know Kanye is always going to be him at all times, and not give two damns about it to his detriment, right? But at the end of the day, artistically, you feel that in his music. Mm-hmm. You feel that energy of I'm going to do me, I'm going to give me to the world, and either you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. Yeah. So it's no different whether I'm behind the boards, whether I'm on FL Studio, or whether you in the studio in that mic, or whether you guys are setting up the podcast and giving it out to the world. We all are artists.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
You know, I love it. He said, like, just being your authentic self. And, you know, obviously, you guys are doing great things. You know, I see y'all work. You know, proud of y'all boys.
Appreciate you.
Good looking, for sure. So, like, on the way to the top, you know, how do you guys keep being consistent? I know, you know, there's people that be like, hey, nah, y'all boys don't do it. How do you guys keep going? How do you guys block out the haters? And how do you guys keep focused? Like, you know, there may be times like where you guys want to give up, you guys are not getting the results you want to get. So what keeps you guys going?
You got to be like self-motivated for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't always count on somebody else to give you that, you know what I'm saying, to give you that boost, to give you that lift. Because like you said, there's going to be times where people, you know what I'm saying, they counting you out. So for me, it's just like I try to make it a point to motivate myself, or I'll like, you know, I'll even go as far as to be like, you know, watch just motivational shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Listen to motivational music. You know, watch, you know, motivational TED Talk. You know what I'm saying? If I'm really like feeling down bad, you know what I'm saying? Or I'll go like listen to like, you know, like one of my best songs or whatever, or a song that got one of like the best feedback. And it's like, you got to keep going, bro, because then you could have that again. You know what I'm saying? And it could be greater. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It's like, you ever seen that picture where it's like, it's that guy digging the grave?
Yeah.
Or he's not digging a grave, but he's digging for gold.
Mine.
And he stopped digging like right before he reached the gold.
And the other guy keeps digging.
Yeah, that's like one of my greatest fears, man, for on some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
3 feet from gold.
I like the fact that I like the fact that you brought up fear too, because honestly, that was one of my biggest motivators when it came to getting everything off the ground.
Yeah.
I never wanted to grow up and live with the regret. Like, we all older now, right? Mm-hmm. I remember being 12. I remember being 5. I remember being very, very young. The last thing that I ever want to do is grow up and get old and saying, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say I wish shit. So that's one of the biggest motivating factors. And then another thing too is just understanding that in our industries, especially in any entrepreneurial field, no matter what it is, instant gratification is a no. You cannot expect to have results overnight. It does not happen like that. That's actually how people turn into haters, because they want to be overnight ballers. They don't understand the work that it takes to get to yourself to that point.
And when they see you get the work, they think you got it by instant gratification, but they didn't even know the work you put in.
Exactly. So that work that you put in, all those trials and tribulations that you had to go through behind the scenes, like me as a DJ, for example, all the no's that I had to get before I started getting the yeses, those are the things that a lot of those people don't see. So instead of continuing, like you said, keep going and keep progressing, what they do is they fall back and they say, oh man, you got this going on, he's doing this, he's further along than me, and F that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you got to keep going. You have to understand, this is a marathon. This ain't no sprint.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
and
feel
it's
me?
tunnel vision, bro. Don't worry about, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about what people got going around you, bro. You think a boxer in the ring is worried about
The crowd.
what dude shouting in the crowd?
Right.
Yo, left hook, man, left hook.
Yeah, like you can't worry about that. You gonna turn and get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
you feel me? So it's like, yeah, you gotta tunnel vision it, bro. Just you and whatever your goal is. That's the only thing that matters. You feel me? So
And then before you go to the next one, I also want to stress this too: a relationship with, spiritual relationship with whatever higher deity that you believe in. That's very important too. Whether you religious, non-religious, spiritual, that's definitely gonna carry you a long way. Because if you don't have faith, what do you really have?
yeah,
Understanding that you have a higher purpose, and that energy, whatever you call it, God, Allah, the Creator, the Most High, that energy is guiding you towards where you're trying to go. So don't ignore it.
for sure.
That's crazy, man, that you say that, bro. Because I feel like, man, just this part of my life is like a huge, like, I'm being guided towards something.
Right.
Man, like the media company, because I'm starting a media company right now, bro. Doing photos and photography or videography, and like the fact, just the way that it happened, man, is just insane. Like, I wasn't planning on it. It's just something I've always done. I've been doing for Caleb, and just this little thing, boom, boom, bam, and now people are asking you, what are my rates? I said, I ain't even charging for this stuff. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So like, I truly believe that, man. I used to think, oh, God is, nah, bro. He wants me to settle down, bro, with some average chick making $20K a year, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, he wants me to be a farmer in Ohio or something like that, bro. I don't want to do that, bro. I don't want to do that, bro. And like, man, just like learning and
Oh my
doing all
God,
this
bro.
stuff, bro. It made me realize, he not like that at all, bro. Like,
Bro, I'm crying that you said that, because you don't know how many times I said that same thing, bro. I said that same exact thing. I was like, bro, I think about it. I was like, bro, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not for my whole life. If I'm on vacation, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. We could do whatever, but like not my whole life.
Y'all ever seen that one? Y'all remember that? I don't know if y'all watched SpongeBob growing up or not.
Of course.
Oh, man, come on.
Y'all remember
man.
that one? I would hope so. But y'all remember that one episode where they was trying to break Mrs. Puff out of prison, and SpongeBob was like, she's forgotten what life is like on the outside. And it shows a dude in the car stuck in traffic, and then he at work, like working a bullshit job, and at the end, he in his bedroom talking about, so coming to bed, honey? Yes, dear. Imagine living as a kid. We just thought it was just some funny shit.
Yeah.
But when you grow up, you realize this is how like majority of people are living their lives. It's miserable.
Yeah.
That shit.
And
I don't know how you can live like that.
And they're
bro.
living for someone else's dream.
Right.
And a lot of people are not working on their dream. Like they hate what they do. They come home, complain. Then they get into unhealthy habits.
Right.
They live for the weekend. They start the week all over, working their terrible job and whatever.
And my thing is, if you gonna complain, bro, do something about it.
Right.
If you don't like, if you are unhappy, now, if don't get me wrong, if you're cool with making 35, 40K a year, but you're happy, more power to you, because happiness is way harder to get than wealth, in my opinion.
Right.
You can get as much money as you want to on this world, but you can't buy happiness.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
However, if you're in that situation and you're not happy and you're complaining, then you got to take some accountability and understand that you got to make changes in your life to get to where you're really trying to get
Hell
to.
yeah, bro. So everybody acting like they too gangster for SpongeBob. Y'all missed that dime, all right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
so,
Nah, I love that reference. I totally forgot about that episode.
yeah.
But nah, you're right, man. And you can't blame God, bro. Especially if you want more. Like if you're happy and stuff like that's cool. But if you want more, bro, you're like, yeah, maybe God just wants me to be here. Like, nah, bro. In that instance, you're just settling, and you need to go after.
Facts.
You can't blame your family. You can't blame your friends. You can't blame your past. Like, nah, bro. You just gotta, pick up your sword, whatever, and just go to war, man.
Just go.
And I feel like, especially nowadays, we live in a society that lacks self-accountability. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah.
It's always them,
Swear to God,
him,
yeah.
her. Like,
Niggas ain't.
my boss. This is my boss. I'm like, bro, just do something about it. Go apply. Like,
Right.
bro,
No,
just
no,
put your
bro.
mind.
It's you.
Yeah,
It's me. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. It's us as individuals. That is the reason why we're not prospering, because we won't take a look in the mirror, like you said, and say, okay, I'm messing up in this area. This is what I need to do in order to fix my situation, to get that happiness that I'm really looking for. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, most people don't want to do that because it's easy to point the finger. It's
way
easy to blame it
Way
on the
easier.
government. It's easy to blame it on the system.
Right.
It gets scary when you look in the mirror for real. Like when you do it for real.
Right. And you by yourself and there ain't nobody to
Man,
talk
that
to.
mirror can be
Man.
really ugly and dirty.
Man.
You look at that, dang, that ugly and dirty.
But it hurt, man. Sometimes when I know I'm tripping, bro, I'm glad I got like a good support system. I got good friends. When I'm tripping, bro, hey man, what's going on? Like you said this. Yeah, but this man will call me out on my BS, bro. You're like, hey man, you said this. Nah, bro, you need to do that. Like, I'm like, damn, bro,
Likewise.
you right.
Right.
I
I
think
fuck with that. Everybody need people like that in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No matter who you are. Nobody is doing this. I don't understand self-made because like it can't nobody.
bro,
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
Well, you actually remind me. We have once a month we have a men's conference where we get a bunch of our guys, or we invite other guys and we talk about like real stuff, And then one of my boys, he was like, he hates that term.
Yeah.
He's like, we have a video of that.
bro.
Here as a term, self-made.
Yeah.
Because you're not really self-made. You had at least someone help you. Like we're not on this journey by ourselves. I mean, you may want to do what you want to do, but life is about people. And finding the right support.
Have any of y'all ever heard of one singular NFL player winning a Super Bowl by themselves?
Yeah, there you go, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, you can't carry the whole team. Even
Did LeBron win
bro.
the ring by himself?
Facts.
No.
I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody would love to be like, oh, I did this all by myself.
Of course.
I would love
That's
to be
ego,
like, oh, I'm self-made. But like, nah, I got a team.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Teams
That's
win
what you need.
championships at the end of the
Exactly.
day. No matter, I don't care if you're Tom Brady. I don't care if you're Michael Jordan. When Jordan was playing, there was 4 other cats on the court with the jersey on it. And when Tom Brady was playing, there was 10 other cats with the same jersey on the field at the same time as him. Teams win championships.
Right. So, we're talking about teams and needing to find the right people. How would you tell someone watching that doesn't have a good support system? How would you tell them? What steps would you tell them to go find the right supporting system? Because, there's a lot of people, they're lonely. They don't have people around them. They have the wrong friends, which is worse. Telling them to do bad stuff. So how would you encourage someone, or what are the steps to finding the right people around you?
Well,
to get the right people.
I tend to believe that you attract like-minded people. Like whatever your state of mind is, or wherever you're at spiritually, you're going to attract people of the same type, whether that's good or bad, depending on where you're at. So what I would say to those people is, you gotta, just like I said earlier, you gotta get out and try different things. You have to get out your comfort zone first and foremost. Like you said, a lot of dudes who are lonely, a lot of times the reason why they're lonely is they don't want to get out the house. They don't want to talk to nobody. They're scared of rejection. They're scared of people, vilifying them. It doesn't really happen like that. Yeah, you got to deal with some assholes here and there, but for the most part, people are not hard to communicate with and talk to.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to, for one, grow, get the right amount of bravery to be able to put yourself out there to the world. And then from there, as you're rising and as you're growing in your purpose, like we talked about earlier, you will attract like-minded people like these two. I naturally came, like the way that I came across these guys, it was organic, it was natural, and every time I seen them, it was always a vibe, it was a good time. Nobody was on no bullshit. We were in our own little world, just doing our own little thing, having fun. So it kind of happens like that. Like I think the way we met is a great answer to that question, and is a great metaphor for that question. Sure. Step out your comfort zone. Put yourself out there, pursue, your purpose and take the steps to pursue your purpose, even if you haven't found it yet. Those people will come.
For sure. Wow. And I feel like, piggybacking off of what he said, if you don't have any like-minded people, go find them. You know what I'm saying? And what it's like, if you a hooper, bro, go to the park and hoop. Yep. Wow. And those are some like-minded people right there, bro. If you play video games, bro, if you a gamer, go to a gaming convention, go to a gaming tournament.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wow. Like find them like-minded people that, them niggas, they ain't nothing going for themselves, bro. Like all them people, if that's your whole circle, bro, you know what I'm saying? As harsh as it sounds, get rid of all of them. If you really want to succeed, you know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta, you gotta find them like-minded people, bro. That's like the number one thing for finding your team.
Right. Like think about like you might have people in your family, right? Like when you say, yo, I'm finna go to the studio, yo, y'all coming with me? Like what we doing? But they want to sit around and smoke weed and just not do nothing all day. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of thinking. Like me and my family, I have people like that in my own family where I tell them, yo, come to my shows. Like it's lit. Like it's fun. Like come see firsthand what it is that I'm doing. Because really what I already have a vision of, the positions that I can put you in 2, 3, 4 years from now. But they're not trying to do that because they're so comfortable within their own bubble. And at the end of the day, it's fine. I don't take it personally. But they're so comfortable within their own bubble that they don't take the time to expand outside of that and try something different. You know how hard it is? I'm gonna say this too, because you were there. You know how hard it is to get some black folks to come to an EDM party or a
yeah, I swear to God. I wouldn't even
imagine trying to ask you people that,
bro. Hey, you strong for that because I wouldn't even dare. Like I wouldn't even try, bro. I know it's gonna be like 1 or 2 that show up.
I would. I know because I know what niggas like, so I'm gonna advertise the low vibration. Oh yeah, it's hella snow bunnies there, bro. Plenty of liquor. Word. Yeah. Exactly. You're not lying. You're not lying. Hella say too, bro. Word. You know what? I'll think about it. You know what? I might do it. So yeah, you gotta get used to just hearing that type of stuff, bro. People that you think are on your team are not gonna always be on the same vibe as you. So you have to build and create a team of like-minded people that are gonna be on that same type of time as you.
For sure.
Like we said, organically, how I met Caleb, man. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I just got out of like a relationship just a few months prior, and I had like a couple friends, but like, he's like my best friend for like 5 years, and just like right after that, I was changing, I was growing, and then boom, man, like we going strong, bro. Like we working together, we got this whole business thing, man. Just being organic with school and things like that, bro. It's a blessing, man.
Yeah. So how do you feel about when people say like family and like friendship and business don't mix? You ever heard that?
Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah. It's tough.
As somebody who's part of a family business, so like whose father has his own business and wants his family to be a part of it, I can tell you from 100% fact that statement is 1,000,000,000% true. You do not mix business and family, especially not in this generation. Dad, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I have to make this point for them because it's important.
For sure.
So it creates confusing energy because you have people that you emotionally love, but at the same time you're adding money into the mix. Right. At times this can create entitlement. This can create jealousy. This can create pocket watching. This can create me talking about you behind your back, you talking about me behind my back. Just a culture of everybody being fake to each other, but behind each other's back, everybody got their problems with how the business is being operated and what's going on.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's nothing, and you still love them. You're your family. Right. You know, you don't ever take anything away from that relationship. But at the same time, when it comes to business, it can get very, very ugly very, very fast. So I wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, I feel like everybody gotta stay, you know what I'm saying, humble. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all stay, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? When it gets ugly is because somebody is getting greedy and they want the whole pot. Because maybe they struggling, they gotta pay the car note, they gotta keep the lights on, this, that, and the other. Okay, well, regardless of what happens, you know what I'm saying? Just stay in that family mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you struggling, but you know what I'm saying? You still got to look out for your mans too at the same time. And whatever happens, bro, just, you know what I'm saying? You up together or you struggle together. And that's just kind of how you do it.
That's true. Nah, I like what he said. You up together or, you know, you struggle together. I would say just like relationships, like a romantic relationship, with a business, it just magnifies the problems that are already there. So
facts.
If you don't have a strong family, if there's not good communication, if there's not like real love there, then the business is just gonna magnify those problems. Just like a relationship with somebody, right? You know, if y'all fake or you're playing games and you get like married or you even, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, it's just gonna magnify the problems that are already there.
Facts.
So me and Caleb have a great relationship. Our communication is like on point. So with the business, you know, even if there's any discrepancies or even the small stuff, like that's going to be magnified, but it's going to be magnified in the right way because the communication is already there. Our values are already there. So, you know, we can make it work.
You said values. It all comes down to values too. And like, you need to use a lot of discernment. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if I have a family member, all he does is smoke weed all day, I ain't going to do, and he don't want to take his life seriously. He just sits on the couch, don't have a job. I am not going to go into business with him. You know what I mean? Right. So like, you know, there's great examples of like certain family. For example, Ford, that's a family business, and it's still here. There's Chick-fil-A that started as a family business. There's examples of them that work. I feel like it just comes down to discernment. But, you know, I do see where, you know, the personal and business, you know, it can intertwine and stuff could happen like that. For sure.
And to be fair, you know, it is different amongst us as black folks too.
Absolutely.
Because our outcome, like our upbringing is completely different from the norm, what society would deem as the norm. So, you know, especially when you're bringing family members into the business who ain't never seen money in their life, who ain't never seen the light of day. All they know is the hood and what goes on in the hood. You know, you take them out of that situation and you try to put them in position, but they don't have the proper education or the proper knowledge to go with it. Yeah. You know, it can create that, like I said, that toxic cycle, because now you have, you know, pocket watching going on. You have entitlement. He's getting this, but I ain't getting that. What's going on with that, bro? You know what I'm saying? You have a lot of that going on. So I think you do have to add a certain curve to it when it comes to our situation, because even though I have an ancestor, right? My great grandfather, he was an entrepreneur back in the 1940s, during times when black people had little to no rights in this country, up in Pennsylvania, right? And so, even though he was in the face of death and in the face of danger every single day of his life, he stood brave and he was able to put his people on and put them in positions. But this was before the crack epidemic. This was before, you know, we had civil rights. This was before the mass incarceration era. So these factors weren't there to get in our way, because back then we were more unified than we are now. But you fast forward to today, like you said, we have this culture. I think you brought it up earlier, the city girl culture. You know, the not wanting to stick together, the having ops, which I freaking hate that term, culture. I think despite us having the knowledge, because to me, this right here is the equalizer. This is what really fixed everything, because you can be anywhere you want to be and you can communicate to whoever you really want to communicate to off of this alone. This, if you don't know how to use this to make money, you're lost. You're behind.
In this generation,
You're behind.
For sure.
So this is the equalizer because you have literally the world's worth of information at your fingertips. But at the end of the day, people don't want to utilize this. So that goes from being ignorant to straight up stupidity to me. And that's something that we definitely have to work on as people.
Yeah, I feel like you know, my producer, you know what I'm saying, that's like my best friend of like 15 years, bro. And like we've gone through them awkward conversations. Like, all right, you get this amount of the money and I get this amount of the money, and it get awkward sometimes, bro, because it's like, you know what I'm saying, maybe he don't agree with what I said, but like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, because since we, you know, so strong, such a strong bonding, shout out to bro, you know what I'm saying, Rook Sounds, you know what I'm saying, I know he want me to do that. Rook Sounds, shout out to Rook Sounds, all that. But yeah, so basically when it comes to, you know, just them awkward moments, you know what I'm saying, like it's possible to work that out. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying, like whoever get greedy, bro, that's when it get ugly.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's when it get ugly. You know what I'm saying? And we both genuine people, so I feel like it'll work. And like y'all both seem like genuine people.
Appreciate
so
you.
Like, hey, keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Just don't get greedy, you know what I'm saying?
It all comes down to integrity and value. I'm very key on that. Like, you ain't gonna be one of my friends if you don't stand on those principles. Integrity and value and honesty.
Right.
You know, and that's what it boils down to.
And the fact that y'all like-minded, like we was talking about before, bro, you already on the right track. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Appreciate it.
Shit, man. So for like the next question, I know we talked about like having a team, things like that. Like, kind of go into the romantic side of things. You know, I know you got a girl.
Fire away,
you know,
bro.
Yeah. I know you want to get into some juicy. Just go for it, bro. Just go for it.
How do you know when? Because we were talking with our other guests about like red flags and things like that. But let's talk about like.
I wish I would have seen us.
How do you know when somebody's different? You know, let's say you've been with, you know, however many girls or whatever you've been dating, and you're like, something's different.
How do you know she's a good one? You mean like?
No. I understand what he means. He said different, like something that separates her from the other girls.
From the masses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For me, is how easy she is to talk to. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you only say one thing to her, and like she already like almost carrying the conversation, but like y'all haven't even established who like who yet. You know what I'm saying? And she just a good communicator off rip, and that's just who she is, without even you knowing if she like you or not. She different.
I wanna actually go ahead and answer you guys.
Got you. So for me, this is how I look at it, right? I look at it as I would rather be with, like if we're using the 1 to 10 scale, right? I would rather be with a woman that's a 6, but she looks at me like, oh, as opposed to getting with a 10 that couldn't give 2 fucks. You know what I'm saying? Though that's what really makes a woman stand out to me. If I'm just being my natural self and she genuinely looks at me like, oh, I like that. That's attractive to me because that means that she's really into me. And everything from that point on just happens so naturally, bro. The vibe just becomes a very natural one.
It's just more genuine, you know what I'm saying?
It's organic. Y'all enjoy each other's company. Y'all don't never get tired of each other. Now, as a man, you have to create separation. I will say that. You do have to create distance so that way, not only you can miss this person, but that way you don't get distracted from your purpose. You don't invest all your time and energy into this person as much as you would love to. Trust me. I think all of us would love to spend a Sunday morning laid up with our boo. We all would enjoy that. However, the purpose always comes. You have to be married to the game first before anything else.
You know, that's a perfect segue. How do you balance as a man having a purpose and having a relationship, and also should a guy that doesn't have his purpose, that should he be dating?
I'll let you go first.
So, yeah, those are both some very difficult questions. Yeah, so that first one, yeah, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? It is tough, bro. I'm still figuring it out myself. I will say that, but I think it's all about understanding. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand her, and she definitely have to understand you. You know what I'm saying? And what you got to do. Somebody that don't really understand is not gonna be able to get with that. Cause you know what I'm saying? Especially when we get hot, when we all get hot, it's gonna change. You feel me? And you're saying the table's gonna turn, and instead of like 10 niggas being in her DMs, it's gonna be 10 females being in yours.
Wow.
That's
you know what I'm
so
saying?
true.
More than 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like some females they don't get that. They don't understand that that's gonna change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get just, I feel like the key for that is just understanding.
And you got to communicate with them off top too.
Yeah,
if you're already at that point to where you know women, you have a certain level of status and women find you attractive, you have to let it be known, like, okay, it just comes with the territory. No different if you're dating a bad chick and she got a fatty. And every time you in public with her, you know every dude and every dude and his mama finna be looking at her butt.
Yeah.
You have to be able to accept that. If you cannot accept that, you can't be with this person. And to answer the question that you said if he's not on his purpose, should he be dating?
Yeah, like if he hasn't discovered, if he's not on his purpose, doesn't have his stuff together, he's figuring out life, should that man be dating?
I'm gonna say honestly, I think he should, and I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes, at least for me, in my experience, sometimes a woman, even if this is not my long-term partner, my wife or anything, sometimes a woman has been one of the biggest motivating factors behind me doing what I do and me helping me discover my purpose. Like there's been plenty of times where women that I've dealt with over the years have helped me and guided me towards me finding what it is that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? They may not be here now, but me just spending that time with them and sharing that vibe with them, it helped me get closer to that point. So I will say yes. However, get on your goddamn purpose, bro.
Swear to God.
Get some hustle, bro. Do something.
I was gonna, if you didn't say that, bro, I was gonna say that, yeah, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got it, bro, go find it, bro. Go find that shit.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
and I think that sometimes, you know, let's say you are dating and you get that one heartbreak, man, then you go beast mode, bro. You go beast mode, bro. Like, for real. Like,
I ain't going to cap. That has been one of the biggest motivators for me to go hard in life. In my opinion, I feel like most men should go through that.
Yeah.
So they can wake up. Because a lot of guys, they ain't waking up. They're comfortable in life. They're like, oh, dang.
I agree. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. You're talking about men going through heartbreak?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
I might not be BMZ. If not for that first heartbreak,
telling you,
I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I might be another, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, who hurt you, bro? What's going on, man? What happened?
Bro, listen, it's just, why you gotta ask me, bro? We was all sharing it, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro.
There's something about
I
that
ain't gonna
first-
lie. Heartbreak
that
will
heartbreak,
turn you.
yeah.
It'll make you reevaluate your whole fucking life.
Yeah.
Everything, bro. Like I remember one time, bro. I'll say it. So I remember I found out a girl that I was dating. I never thought I'd be in this dynamic in my life, bro. I found out a girl that I was dating, in love with and everything. I found out that she was sleeping with other women.
What in the world?
Okay, you know, some
No,
dudes.
exactly. Now I know, yeah, exactly, because you never thought that would be something you'd be uncomfortable with until you were in the situation.
I am.
And then it breeds, it breeds those insecurities of, am I not good enough?
I mean,
like you got to get with a woman and she doesn't even have natural, what's going on here?
No, I am for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
100%,
You get what I'm? Yeah. So you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, what happens if you said, okay, why don't we figure something out? You know, you bring your friend.
It doesn't typically happen like that, bro. Like the way those type of situations happens, it doesn't. I wouldn't even say it happens with a relationship. That happens
Yeah,
like
for me,
you're more
it's
likely
like-
to go to Puerto Rico and have that happen.
I don't know, because
than
for
in a
me,
relationship.
you know what I'm saying? You still out, bro, because like, not you on top of like, you know what I'm saying, messing with women and me not being enough, you sneaky, bro. Like, you sneaky as hell, bro. You could have
That's
just
where
came to me and
dishonesty
told
come
me,
in.
This is
you
what
know
I'm
saying?
into. This
Yeah.
is what I like.
Let's do it. But like, yeah, you sneaky as hell, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? You doing stuff behind my back. So I know damn well you gonna, you know what I'm saying, get with another dude behind my back.
Wow.
You feel me?
And that's where the values come in.
Yeah.
Where's your integrity? Where's your honesty? And then you sneaking. What else are you gonna do behind my back? Because how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I like to tie it back to what we were talking about. That's why I highly recommend every man get his heart broken at some point. It sucks.
Low-key,
It
yeah.
sucks.
Well, it gives you that
there's
feeling.
there's nothing pleasurable about that feeling, bro. It feels
terrible.
awful. However, it's like a necessary evil. It's something. It's like going to get a prostate exam for older men. No, you don't want to. There's nothing enjoyable about it. However, you have to do it.
It's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
I mean,
I don't know. I might take the heartbreak over the prostate exam.
Facts. I would too.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I had to take a heartbreak and that mean I would never, you know what I'm saying, have to take a prostate exam, I'll do that every time.
Man. Well, apparently they got some light or something. Some guy was telling this. Some old guy was telling us he got like some light thing that they just
they got rid of the old ways of doing it.
I really hope so.
Yeah. At least I'll say this. At least that pain is temporary. Pause.
Yeah.
You don't know how long a heartbreak gonna last you.
It's still temporary,
you gotta
but
question your masculinity.
Now who hurt you, bro? Who hurt you? Cause that sounds like personal experience, my guy.
We're adults. We understand it's a necessary medical procedure to test for cancer.
Right.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? We have to do it. You know.
Facts.
Now, if you was sitting there enjoying it, now that's a whole another story right there, my brother.
Hey, you want to talk about different?
That's when you gotta hit your man's with. That's when you gotta come to your man's and be like, you know, I don't judge you, bro. You know, whatever you decide to do,
I would never disrespect that man a day in my life, bro. You enjoyed that? Oh yeah. Bro, too cold, bro. He gonna kill you.
right.
And still sleep good at night.
But BMZ, yo, I would like to ask, you know, you obviously the only one in a relationship, right, fellas? None of y'all in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That we know of. But anyway, so you don't in a relationship right now. How did you know this is gonna be the girl that's gonna be my girl? What was that determining factor? Because we were talking earlier that determining factor that she's different. What was that determining factor or factors with the S that you know, hey, she's gonna be, you know, the one that I make my girl?
I mean, for me, it's just like what I said, like that communication, like that's the exact thing that I need. I know I want somebody that's easy to communicate with. I don't want a female who's like, if I'm talking, you ain't listening and you can't see over your, you know what I'm saying, over your own desires or whatever the case may be. I need somebody that's easy to communicate with. So when I find somebody that, like, you know what I'm saying, match my level of communication, instantly I'm like, oh yeah, this girlfriend material for sure. You feel me? So like, yeah, it was that one thing, and that's what I said. I was like, oh yeah, this girlfriend material. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's good, man. I feel like I don't appreciate that enough, because that communication, bro, like if me and, you know, my friends, we're going out, let's say we're approaching girls, man, like immediately in the first like 2 seconds is the vibe check, man. Like, is she easy to talk to type thing, man. Like that is amazing. Does she communicate her feelings? Does she actually communicate that she interested in you, that she want to talk to you and things like that? And, you know, vice versa, bro. But just being able to like have a hour, 2 hour conversation with her, and time goes by and y'all both open, bro, vibing, bro. Like it's
a great feeling.
Real talk.
Yeah,
it's a great feeling.
Especially when she communicates that she's interested, because like I feel like dudes spend a lot of time guessing,
bro.
You know what I'm saying? All right, she did that. You know what I'm saying? That might mean a little something.
This is what I got you. This is what I'm gonna say on that topic. If you have to ask yourself them questions, bro, chances are it's a no.
Really?
If you have to ask yourself, because if the answer is yes, 9 times out of 10 you gonna know why, because you feel it. Like the vibe is there. If you sitting there having a 2-hour conversation with a woman, and she's feeling off your energy and you feeling off her energy, you know eventually, more than likely, it's gonna lead to you guys interacting more. And like I said, that vibe that you talked about, it makes everything better, it enhances everything. It enhances the quality time, it enhances the dates, it enhances the sex, it enhances the sleep, it enhances everything, and it makes you better. It's actually healthy for you. Like when you approach the world, like you feel more confident, you feel stronger, you walk with a bigger sense of self.
So what if y'all didn't have no 2-hour conversation? Like, so what if like y'all both real busy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you asked for her number and y'all was out one day or whatever, and y'all haven't had that, you know, 2-hour conversation yet. You feel like you should still know, or do you? Sometimes
you don't even need to do a lot of talking. Sometimes it just the vibe. You can literally just meet a chick. Like Like I've been in situations where I've been to like parties and I've been to different functions and I'll like meet a woman and like 10 minutes after I meet her, we already leaving about the spot together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes the vibe is just that strong, or to where we'll have those conversations later, and sometimes them conversations may not even come up. It really depends, because I'm a firm believer of the way men and women interact. It's really based off like vibe / comfortability. How comfortable you are with this person, how comfortable that person is with you. Because all women, every single woman to me, they need to feel comfortable around the man that they're dealing with.
For sure.
That's important. It's imperative for them to feel important around the man that they're dealing with. Because if they're not comfortable, they're immediately going to remove themselves from the situation.
Wow. Yeah.
So maybe sometimes, I guess what maybe you're implying is that sometimes maybe they're just not comfortable enough. They have you as a man haven't built up that comfortability, and that's why you're kind of guessing like, wait, does she like me? Does she not like me? And that's something that we have to like think about. Like, oh, was she comfortable around me? Was I being weird? And just
I know, bro. For me, I think it's a lot of factors, bro. And like you were just saying, first impressions. You know what I'm saying? First impressions are important. So if you was being weird, she might have been into you, and maybe now she not. You feel me? You can fumble the bag so easily with women. It's crazy.
It is.
They're real complicated.
I'll tell you what, though. I'd rather fumble a baddie than fumble a bag, though.
Yeah.
Real talk, bro. Like, have you seen? There's like a TikTok where it's like, oh, you have that ick. Or something like that.
Yeah, man.
I actually haven't seen it.
Like some girl.
What the hell is it?
It just means.
It's this new term for these kids they use.
Right. So like, apparently some females think 3-in-1 shampoo is like an ick.
What?
So yeah,
that's something they don't like. That's what it ick.
They don't like that.
Don't like.
Yeah.
Ick.
It's like a red.
It's something that'll make a female like not want to fuck with you.
Got you. Okay.
3-in-1 shampoo. I mean, I don't use it. If I'm using the 3-in-1 shampoo, it's only for my body. I'm not using it for my hair. But like, for real. Yeah.
But it's just like,
right. So,
facts though. Like, just because you see 3-in-1 shampoo don't mean I'm using the 3-in-1.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm using the only one out of the 3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I know y'all boys, cool people. Obviously the vibes are dope here. So why would you guys consider great qualities of a man that a man should have? Like, what are the great qualities a man should have? You could just have the top 3.
Like if they want women, or just like
just in general, what are the qualities that a man should have? Because nowadays we live in a society and a time where there's a lot of weak men out here. You know what I mean? And they're attacking masculinity. It's being under attack.
Emotional control, bro.
I love that.
Emotional control is like the number one thing about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes you look weak, is when you don't have that. And then honestly, in some cases, it is what makes you weak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you let somebody get you mad, if you let somebody get you emotionally riled up, they're controlling you.
And you know what's crazy? Most of the guys, I don't say most, but a lot of men that are in prison were guys that didn't control their emotion. Yeah. Oh, that person made me angry? Time to kill him. You know what I mean? Wow. Oh, she cheated on me? It's time to kill her. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because females...
And that's lame to me. That's beyond lame. Really? Just get another one, bro.
Yeah.
That's
get another one.
Exactly. Stuff, bro. They don't know about the purpose that their purpose comes.
Well, that's the thing, because they're not on their purpose. They've invested so much into this one woman, but they're not smart enough to understand. See, women play 3-dimensional chess. Men, we stuck in 2D mode. We some 2-dimensional Mortal Kombat 2 motherfuckers. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like black and white. You're saying.
Like earlier when you were talking about the vibe that like we try to peep when it comes to women. A woman can see that from across the room. She can already know.
They're very socially aware.
She can look over at us, our group, and know whether or not she can feel comfortable enough.
He a weirdo. He a lame. He don't got nothing going on.
Exactly. Right. So to give my perspective on it, what I think goes into being a high quality man, honestly, integrity is a big one. Like you said, emotional intelligence is a big one. Integrity, and all that really means is just having something that you stand for, whether it's your family, whether it's your personal beliefs, something that you believe wholeheartedly in, and something you might even be willing to die for if it came down to it. But having something that you believe in, that you stand on, morals, principles, values, being, family oriented, those are all things that come with being a man. Also, this is a big one, like we talked about, accountability. You know, knowing, hey, if I'm messing up, if I'm doing wrong, I need to change. I need to adjust. I need to do better. Not getting complacent, you know, not being just satisfied with just whatever somebody's going to give me.
And I'll say confidence too. I know that's kind of a cliche one, but it's important, bro, because, and like they gon', you know what I'm saying? They gonna say like, oh, every man can't be that. Some people are introverts, but nah, bro. When you go and you get a skill, bro, and you perfect that skill, that warrants some type of confidence, bro. And there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no I'm an introvert. Like I don't do that. I don't have confidence. Like that ain't gonna happen. Well, go find a skill then. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll warrant at least some type of confidence.
And to me, you could be introverted and still be confident. You could be introverted and not fuck with nobody, but still be confident.
Facts.
Like, you know, and then whenever you come out, you just come out to perform or do what you do. Like in our fields, for example, like say somebody like an artist like say Kendrick Lamar or Frank Ocean, like somebody who doesn't drop an album for like 5 or 6 years. They're introverted. However, when they get out on stage, what does the crowd do?
Go crazy.
Go bananas.
Crazy.
Because why? Because like you said, they built up enough confidence to where they know that they're great at their craft.
Exactly.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro. That's the best piggyback. You know what I'm saying? Like that is just playing it even more to a T. Like, you know what I'm saying? What your skills are, bro. You don't gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be based off your looks or whatever else, bro.
Right.
Based off your skills.
You ain't gotta be at the club. You ain't gotta try to get out here and make a bunch of fake friends. You ain't gotta do none of that, bro.
None of that.
Right, because it's about something that you've built, that you've put in the time and the effort, where it's like attract a woman. Like if your confidence, you know, is based on how much you're attracted to women, bro. But that can be, you know, maybe one day you're doing good, maybe one day you're not. Like that's not something you can control. But you control how much work you put into that skill set and like, oh snap, I'm good at this. Nobody could pay me money, or I didn't buy this. Like I put in the work for it, bro.
And the best part, bro, is nobody can take it away from you, bro. The ball don't lie. You feel me?
Yep.
If you can ball, bro, that's just it. People gonna want you on your team regardless of what he said, she said, or whoever. It can't be taken away.
So basically, master your craft.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Master your craft. Like you said, the ball don't lie. Again, sports is a great analogy for life in general. You know, when it comes to our craft and what it is that we've done, the work that we put in to perfect it, we know that we're nice at what we do. You know that you're nice when it comes to these bars.
Sure.
I know I'm nice when it comes to them boards and when it comes to getting on that computer and making the beats. Y'all know y'all are nice when it comes to podcasting, when it comes to videography and photography and everything else. We built up, we put in enough work to where, like you said, you don't have to pay us. This is our luxury. This is a joy. This is a pleasure for us. Of course, we're business oriented, so we're going to get paid one way or another for what it is that we do. But at the same time, we love what we do so much. We're not thinking about the money. The money is just gonna come. Like those things that we talk about, those miscellaneous things like money and material items and women, those are a byproduct of your success.
Which is why I always encourage men, focus on your purpose and everything will come along. You know? Don't go chasing after things that are not within your purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because, you know, there's some fellas that spend all day chasing women and they ain't getting that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Maybe a bite here and there.
Maybe here and there. Yeah.
He said a bite.
You know?
Crazy.
Or they're chasing other things that are not aligned.
Because
with their purpose.
if those dudes took half of that energy and half of that time that they put into trying to get some vajayjay and put it into their purpose, they'd be a lot further along in life than where they at right now.
A lot farther, bro.
But some cats, we know them. We don't have to say no names. We know them. Some cats make the feline, their number one priority.
I just think it's funny, man. Anytime like you and a group of dudes going to a function, it'd be that one dude that'd be like,
Where that?
Where the hoes, man? Where the hoes? Bro, ain't no hoes over here, bro. We finna slide. I was like, bro, maybe we like, and then be the niggas that don't get in it. None.
Bro, because they
ain't even worried about it.
Because they're going for the wrong reasons, bro.
Yeah.
Anytime a man should go out, like if we go out to the club together, let's say after this show we decided to all go out together somewhere. We not thinking about females. We not thinking about who we can pull out with. Those things just naturally happen. When we go out, we want to go out just to have a good time.
Exactly. And when you go out and have a good time, a lot of time, the girl's like, oh, who them guys? They having fun?
What y'all doing?
What y'all doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I always say, just focus on your purpose, man.
For sure.
Yo, talk, man. You think they're ready, bro?
Are they ready? I don't know if they're ready. Y'all ready?
Whatever, bro. It's
Great,
good.
man. So we're gonna do something a little different, man.
Yeah,
We
this is
never
our
done
first
the
time.
podcast
We're doing something
before.
different this podcast.
Man, so y'all ready for the blood sacrifice?
No.
The blood sacrifice.
You already had this already, bro. Nah.
You turned off that blood, bro. Blood sacrifice? What y'all talking about?
Nah, bro.
He said this is
So-
our initiation to the Illuminati.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know I was here yet, bro. I thought this was
Right.
regular
I guess
shit.
we made it, bro.
Right.
So it's the first ever, man. We gonna have a freestyle session, bro, on the podcast. Y'all ready? All
A
of us.
freestyle session.
Yeah, we
Yes,
got
sir.
a DJ and a rapper here. We might as well.
Hey, man.
Oh Lord.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna put on the beat, man. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay, we gonna put on the beat. All right.
Yes, sir, man.
Hey.
Who's this? Lil Baby type beat?
Yeah.
You never heard this beat before?
Busy man going crazy.
See how the beat drop.
Yeah. You always gotta see how the beat drop,
Yeah,
man.
Right. Cause if it's lame,
I have a beat if you don't have one.
it's one of those.
Can't live
It's
without.
real, you know what I'm saying?
You can't live without me.
Right now it's giving real pop
Me.
vibes.
Yeah. At least cause this is a sample. Sample.
Okay.
You can't. Yo. You can't. Yeah. You can't. Yeah.
You cannot, hey, you
Bitch.
cannot get these bars, you cannot get this shit, you cannot get my bitch, you cannot get the heart and the cars and the things in my life, and the man I'm going hard, man, it's everything we gotta do, and see I'm living life, and yeah, I'm living right, we got a purpose, man, I got a mission, man, I think I'm living, man, I'm going after it.
After it.
After it. Bitch, I'm going after it. Check it.
Okay.
Another 2 minutes for the beat
Wait for the beat to drop. It's Nel on the beat. My check 1 2. My check 1 2. I don't really do no fools. I don't fuck with no niggas that ain't about their purpose. I don't fuck with fools. Nah, only fuck with niggas on a mission.
Okay.
Only fuck with niggas trying to complete the mission. Only fuck with niggas on their purpose. Niggas on their purpose. Niggas trying to get some money. Niggas trying to do their work for God. Niggas trying to get their work as God. I ain't trying to work no fucking job. Bitch, I'm going hard. Every single day, bitch, I'm going hard. Going in for the money. Trying to feed my family. Trying to get it right. Trying to give me some hundreds.
Okay.
BMZ, DJ Nel.
Wait for it again. Yeah, I gotta wait for it again. Yeah. Look, hey. Now when it come to BMZ, you cannot contemplate. So when you hear this shit again, you need to concentrate. How you a surgeon, but you don't know how to operate. What it takes, so when you hit indeed, need to find a place to occupy. Swear I love the ball, but I hate that it's a hockey state. So who gon' win a Stanley Cup? That's a hot debate. And that's the whole fishing rod. That is not debate. I can make your whole starting 5 do the Harlem Shake.
Do the Harlem Shake. Yeah. I don't rap though. But I'm about to go ahead. Yeah. King Caleb on the beat, you know how we do it. Hey, yeah. We ain't about the drama, all about the commas. Yeah. I could never be a racist. Wake up every morning just to count white faces. Shout out to Benjamin Franklin every day. All I do is win, and I say money, 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 winning in life. This is the most fire podcast. Let go.
I love money. Mr. Krabs, bitch, I love money. If you fuck with me, nigga, I'll take your honey.
Honey. Yeah, we had to do a freestyle session, man. It was his idea, man.
I had a feeling, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm finna go over here, not ready, you know what I'm saying, to do a whole freestyle.
Yeah, you got it, bro. What you mean, bro?
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I was ready, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it together sometime. You know what I'm saying?
You want to come in prepared.
Right.
Knowing, okay, if I'm going to be on the mic spitting, I need to go crazy.
For sure.
Wow, that's good, man. That's good.
Because they need to be like, yeah, what this motherfucker said, god damn, that nigga spit some hard ass shit.
Say he a rapper, but he get on a podcast, they tell him to do a freestyle and he boof like that.
Oh,
Right.
I don't like it.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah. Fuck them.
Let me see what I got.
I kind of want to keep going, but
Bro, real talk. Did you wanna?
let's just end the interview with that. Let's just get back on the beats and let's.
Yeah. What y'all think? What y'all think?
You want to end the interview? I have like one more question or two,
Yeah,
and then we can end the interview. We can end
For
it.
sure.
That's cool.
So, we're all mission focused and stuff like that. How do you guys balance the areas in your life with like family, financial? I don't know if you guys hit the gym, but how do you guys balance everything working? Like, how do you balance all that?
So, I mean, I work my day job and then I kind of try to fit everything else after that. Because, you got to make your money to, fund your crap.
Right.
So I put that first and foremost. And then everything else is just, I'm kind of, filling in the gaps. I'll probably go to the gym probably like 3 days a week after work. And my days off is like my stuff for that. My days off is like my stuff for family and, you know what I'm saying? If I want to do something social, stuff like that, that's kind of how I balance it. But it's a struggle, bro, for real. Sometimes some of that, sometimes I got to do these like long stretches of work where I'm like in the studio right after work and stuff like that. So there's definitely less time for that stuff when you mission focused. That's what you said, mission. So, but it'll pay off.
Nice.
One thing I definitely learned is eventually you're gonna have to sacrifice something. There's something you're gonna have to let go for a little bit, or put off for a little while in order to get to where you're trying to go. Family could be one of those things, what I mean? Like, let's say you move to another city that's more popping in your field and what it is that you got going on. It might sacrifice, time that you might spend, seeing your family. Like, hey, I might not see y'all again until Thanksgiving.
Dang.
But it's what you got to do to get yourself to that next level, you know what I mean? But as far as the balance goes, like, it's just about creating a schedule that works for you, doing something that works for you. Like me, like one thing I recommend for a lot of guys out there to do, honestly, is find some sort of rideshare work to do. Whether it's DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart, Uber, Lyft. Find something like that, because what it allows you to do, it allows you to set your own hours. So that way you're working on your own time, and you can take time. If you want to say, okay, I want to take a break or I want to take the rest of the day off, you can do that. And that way it gives you time and the luxury to be able to go out and do what it is that's on your purpose, whether that's going to the studio, whether that's going out of town to go to a networking event, or whatever it is that you're pursuing. So finding something, and then as far as exercising and working out, I'm gonna be honest, I don't go to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in like 4 years. However, it is important to know your body and to put the right things in your body, so that way it keeps you healthy and it keeps you going. Like for me, I drink a lot of water. I drink water all the time. Why? Because I know my body's gonna need to replenish. Like when I'm out there and I'm setting up and I'm DJing and I'm carrying my speakers, I'm carrying heavy equipment, setting up, especially in this state, have to be hydrated. You have to be on point.
Definitely.
We're in Florida, y'all, for y'all that watching.
That. Yeah, I
Right.
can second that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause being on stage for like, 7 songs, bro, and you tired, bro, and like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't conceal that, or if you don't do no cardio, they can hear you breathing heavy on the mic.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
And you don't want them to hear it.
they be like, damn, that nigga tired, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I thought I was tired.
Yeah.
That nigga, you tell me that nigga tired too.
Or
Yo.
So like, yeah, bro, that's like stuff they don't tell you, bro. Like stuff that people don't even like say nothing about. Right.
And like I said, you have to make time for everything. You have to understand, but priority is very important. Making sure you prioritize which ones you want to do and what times you set them to do.
Right.
Like I said, majority of us as dudes, we would love nothing more than to spend, our time laid up, with a nice fat ass, but we don't always have the luxury to be able to do that. So you can set time apart to do that, and that's cool. But at the same time, make sure that your main focus, your purpose is what you're going for first. And then when you have the time and the luxury to go out and have fun, or to go out and do whatever it is that you think is fun, or something that, is leisure, go do that.
For sure.
Prioritize it though.
Real talk, man. What do you think the future of music will look like?
oh yeah.
Wow. Damn.
And to add on that, what do you guys think about the current music, the way the current music industry?
Yeah.
The industry, bro. Oh man. That's crazy, bro. Like, music industry crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even for people at our level, like
quality wise, the music is just not good.
Yeah,
that's coming out right now. It's an interesting dynamic. It's like it's very little music coming out, and the music that is coming out is not very good. Mm-hmm. It's a real decline as far as quality goes.
Yeah.
And you know, TikTok and social media, what people gravitate to, plays a huge factor into that. Mm-hmm. Because now, if you thought music was fast food before, now it's a real fly-by-night operation. There's so much that's coming out. Songs are only a minute long now. You know, people are only getting caught up in the moment. Mm-hmm. But the music that has substance to it, the real music, it's coming few and far in between. A lot of those artists that we mentioned earlier, mm-hmm. they're starting to become of a dying breed. Mm-hmm. Like I think in hip hop specifically, like lyricism and storytelling is starting to become a dying breed. You know,
for sure.
And there's nothing wrong with party music. There's nothing wrong with fun music, but it's about balance.
Yeah. You know, and we got a whole lot of, you know, oversaturation of the party, the fun music. You know, honestly, I like when I actually like a song. I don't like it now that it's a minute and 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, now I got to listen to something else already. You feel me? Like, I just don't even. Yeah, you got to make it longer. You got to, you know, put some substance behind it. I feel like they don't put no effort into it. Like, it's effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I can make that in my sleep. So sometimes when I put a lot of effort into like an album or a song, it's like, why am I doing that? You know what I'm saying?
You're doing it
like,
for
I'm
you.
always going to do it.
You're doing it for you.
But it's like, bro, like, yeah, and then, you know what I'm saying, the little whatever, you know what I'm saying, that J. Cole just, you know what I'm saying?
But you can't get caught up in what they're doing, because that's at the end of the day, that's their pocket. That's what they like to drop. That's what they like to record and make. But at the end of the day, as an artist, you have the creative license to create whatever you want. So, you know, if like, let's say you only like listening to you, to what you do, there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of artists that are like that. Lil Wayne's like that too.
For real?
Like, he didn't even know who 21 Savage was. He thought it was 21 Pilots.
No.
That's serious, yeah. He's so much in his own zone that he doesn't even know like what's hot, what's new that's coming out.
He can care less.
Exactly, and he doesn't care because he's in his own world. So it's kind of like that. Like, yeah, we can get on social media and see other artists that's popping and that's doing their thing, but why bother when, you know, we have our own things to worry about? Like, you don't tell people, I'm an aspiring rapper. Nigga, I'm a rapper. What's up? What's good?
Wow.
You know,
like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't tell people, I'm an aspiring DJ. I'm the coldest DJ you gonna ever hear in your motherfucking life, nigga.
Yeah.
That's my mentality, and I think everybody who's on the come up, who's trying to get to that point to where they want to be, you have to already have that mentality of, yeah, this is who I am. I see the greatness within myself before all y'all see it. And of course, when all y'all see it, y'all gonna want to jump on the bandwagon. But I knew this about myself from the jump.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, like, how is anybody supposed to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? And you can't. And let's say a lot of people believe in you, but you don't believe in yourself, you're still not going to want to put in the work because you don't believe in yourself.
Right.
So it's like...
It's going to become like a job. It's going to become like a chore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or you're just not going to do it. Like, I got a homeboy, he's funny as hell. Oh my God, this dude's hilarious. I went to college with him. And we used to always tell him, bro, you need to get on stage with him in a microphone and start telling jokes, bro. You would kill it, because he has like that type of humor that's like Dave Chappelle, where he can appeal to everybody. He can appeal to white, black, everybody, right? But he just doesn't think he genuinely doesn't believe he's that funny. So sometimes it just comes to a matter of, like you said, everybody around you in your circle could tell you how nice you are at something, but if you don't believe in it within yourself, you're not gonna go for it. You're not gonna go for it.
What's up?
Oh.
And if you go for it, that's where you might fall short. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, because some people do, you know, they listen to their peers and they try to go for it, but like you see them quit. Yeah. You see them quit because, you know what I'm saying, like they don't believe in themselves. They psych themselves out that way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But like you were kind of saying with that one picture that you're seeing of the guy like mining or digging or whatever, it's like, you know, they could be 3 feet from goal. So, you know, you might as well try. I mean, if you really think about it, like no matter what you do, if you're doing it for 20 years and you're improving, like you're gonna make it. It might take longer than you think. Everybody wants it to be overnight. Everybody wants to have made it tomorrow.
Instant gratification.
Exactly. If somebody told you, hey man, you're gonna make it, but it's gonna take 10 years. Like, what would you do? What would you guys do if somebody said, hey man, you got it just 10 years or 15 years or 20 years?
Oh, I know how long it's gonna take to get there, but I'm gonna get there, bro. Let's get it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that shit like a bid.
But I think that's the thing is people don't know how long.
Because we can't foresee the future.
Right. Will it take 3 years or will it take 23 years?
And that's part of the greatness of it, and like not knowing when exactly your time is coming. But I think everybody in this room knows eventually our time is coming.
Yeah. I feel like that might deter people, like if they know it's gonna take exactly 10 years. Like I'm 25, so like 10 years for me, 35 years old, and I'm just blowing up. So like, for some people, like I'd still, you know what I'm saying, because I love this shit to death. So, but for some people, that'd be like, no, I don't want to do this at 35. Like, that might deter some people. But like he was saying, that's the beauty of it, just not knowing whether it's gonna be tomorrow.
The baby blew up at like 35.
He was, he that old, bro?
Yeah, he's that old. Yes.
Yeah.
Really? 2 Chainz. Yeah.
I know 2 Chainz old.
40,
Yeah,
yeah. 37.
A lot of these dudes were in their 30s when they made it.
Morgan Freeman, he didn't start doing filming till like 40.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
To his 40s, he didn't start filming.
Right. So you never know when your time is, bro.
But see, he got like more of an old head mentality, so that's why he keep getting canceled, bro. Like that's the thing. Oh, the baby. I didn't know he was that old, but like he got that. Like, I fuck with the baby heavy. Like that's one of my favorite, you know what I'm saying, rappers. But like a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the new generation, they don't be fucking with what he be saying. Like, you know, because it's wild to them because they on that new wave.
No, and this is how I feel about that. And I think I said earlier, this is like Kanye is my favorite artist of all time. And part of the reason that is because he's fearless. He don't give a fuck. He'll say whatever he wants, he feels or thinks at that moment. And if whether people like it or not, at least he said it. You know, and that's the mentality that I have. Like when it comes to cancel culture and stuff like that, I don't believe in it. I know that people do it, but at the same time, if you're really the work is gonna speak for itself. Somebody like Kanye to me is uncancelable because his work is so massive. His craft is so great, from the albums that he's dropped to the clothing that he's dropped. You can't cancel somebody that has that large of an effect on pop culture. So you have to, in order to make yourself bulletproof, the way you do that is by creating something that's undeniable.
I don't really even feel like it's something that you can really do to somebody on a high level. I think it's just like a term for fuck what he's saying.
Right.
I don't like what he's talking about.
I feel like if you can only be canceled if you allow them to cancel.
Right.
You know, like, all right, they said this, all right, time to back out.
Right.
You know, that's the reason a lot of people got canceled. For example,
or time to start apologizing.
Exactly. For example, Dave Chappelle, they tried to cancel him. He did not apologize 1 minute. You know, one time he apologized. And you know what? You know what's crazy? Because he didn't apologize and he was himself. He got his own show. You know, and he's making way more money now because he was himself.
Right. That's what happens when you're authentic to yourself and you create something that's undeniable. When you're undeniable at your craft, bro, can't nobody tell you nothing.
Ball don't lie, like I was saying. You feel me?
Exactly.
Ball don't lie.
Exactly.
So good they can't ignore you, man.
Wow.
That's what it's about.
Yes.
All right, man. Hey, yo, this was a phenomenal podcast, man.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
We had to show out.
Yes, thank you all for coming. Y'all keep shooting for the stars, man. We all winning, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for having us, man.
For sure.
Thanks for having us, for sure.
But we always like to leave the podcast with one thing. What is one final message that you like to leave an audience watching? One word of encouragement, especially to a young person. You know, they may not know their purpose in life. They're struggling through life. You know, they're made to be depressed. They don't know what they want to do. What is one final word of encouragement you like to leave the audience?
Oh, learn life at your pace. You know what I'm saying? School is going to tell you to go at a certain pace. Your parents, everybody else is going to learn. Is going to tell you to go at this pace. But learn stuff at your pace. Go out of your way to learn whatever it is you want to learn and need to learn that you feel like is going to push you forward. Because life is about progression. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, you being the future of the nation. You know what I'm saying? We got to progress. We can't regress. So just focus on evolving every step of the way in your life, regardless of what's going on, what they trying to teach you at school or wherever else. As long as you focus on that, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be all right.
Just to piggyback off of what he said, not only do you need to learn yourself, everybody who's watching this, I don't care what race you are, I don't care what age you are, love yourself. Fall in love with yourself. If there's any message that I can give out to anybody out there, Make sure that you love yourself unconditionally before you go out and try to love anybody else or anything else. Learn who you are. Understand what you like, what you don't like, your triggers, the things that make you happy, the things that make you depressed, the things that make you angry. Learn who you are and learn to love and accept who you are, flaws and all. And understand what these, because having knowledge of self will equip you and it make you stronger for the future. There's nothing nobody on this planet can tell you about you because you know you better than anybody. That's the foundation to all of the things that we're talking about. When it comes to purpose, when it comes to, I don't know, women, when it comes to whatever it is that you love, that you know that you want growing up, or coming up rather, the foundation behind it all is creating love within yourself. Love the shit out of you. That's my message to the world.
Hey, I like that. For sure.
Wow. Self-awareness, bro. Like, I can tell you're a real self-aware man, bro. Just aware in general. And I think self-awareness really changed my life.
Yeah.
So,
That's
that's 100%.
And understanding that you don't have nothing to prove to nobody, bro.
self-awareness.
Except for yourself. You're
That's
the only
the key.
person you got something to prove to.
That piggybacks too, because that's the key to progression, self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? If you got something that's holding you back and you're not aware of it, you know what I'm saying? You're not aware of how you're, because everybody I feel like holds themselves back in a way at some point in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You figuring out what that is how you progress. So you got to be self-aware in order to do that. So like I definitely like that message. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, bro. And then just like I said earlier, like when we was talking about heartbreak and everything, I would recommend guys to go out there and get their heart broken. Not saying that that's a pleasant thing to go through, but at the end of the day, once all the emotional aspect of it dissipates, you're able to take a step back and say, okay, this is where I went wrong. This is how this affected me. This is how this affected me. So I know in the future, okay, if I happen to meet somebody who's like this, stay away, run for the hills. If I meet somebody who's like that, okay, I can enjoy that. I can entertain that. Or if this is a trigger to me, get out of there immediately. Understand yourself on all aspects, even if that means you have to go through some pain. At the end of the day, this happiness and this joy that we feel wouldn't feel anywhere near as good as it feels if we didn't go through some pain in our lives.
For sure.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So love the journey. Embrace the trials and tribulations.
Yeah,
Right.
love yourself.
Right. And love you.
Yeah. I love you.
Sure, man.
And that was beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll talk, man. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on another episode of
Winning in Life.
Yes, sir. Winning in life.